mid lane matchup. And if Dokla can come out in game number 1 and have a successful Rumble carry top lane into Summit, then that would do massive things for the series.
They've got total control over the bot side, River. It's a 5-minute and 45-second first Drake for Team Liquid and Pioche.
And that's really
stealing away everything from the jungle in the top half of the map for NRG at the same time.
Exactly, so TL has to know that they could be coming, and I think that's why they're contesting the 2v2, holding that wave off the turret so heavily, because you're farming the whole topside jungle.
It's not just a 3v2, it's a 4v2. Yawn flashes away, but Core JJ is going to get burned up. Ignore barely disengages, and Yawn's going to fall too. NRG brings Big Dokes bottom, and they get wards placed down from NRG. They got control there. Core JJ is the first to walk up to the pixel brush. Dredgeline back in the contract, but that might be dangerous. NRG wants the counter engage. They immediately explode Core JJ. Contracts is too tanky. APA with a flash and a pop blossom. Pioche grabs. Got to be careful. He'll just walk down to join the rest of his team. Ignar's gonna see him there. Emote flashed out. Summit's ready to join. Contracts over the wall. Ocean Drake stolen by Contracts. Equalizer finds its way into Core JJ as Pioche has to disengage. FBI's coming around from the side. The Pop Blossom's only gonna get the tank. There goes the first one. Contracts is on the board. Palafox is gonna fall in trade, but it's already a 2-for-1. Summit wants to take it further. Oh, they're still going, but APA gets cooked. Yawn flashes out to trade it a 1-for-1, but Summit will not relent. He finds another kill as FBI drops Yawn. It's Summit versus FBI and Ignar, and Summit is trying to make the play. Flash out from FBI, and Summit finally loses the ulti. FBI still trying to escape. Q1. Exactly. That's what you got to keep your eyes on. Team Liquid, they've got the Herald down to 3K. Contracts coming in, forces out the ulti from Yawn immediately at the start. Ignar's going to be interrupted, but Core JJ is going to get killed. APA with a pop blossom on 2. FBI drops. Contracts now has to try to get out as Palafox is going to get heartbroken. Pioche picking up the kill. Contracts is on the run, and Pioche ain't done. He'll keep putting bullets in his back, and he wants the explosive shot. There's the last one. Turret. Let's see who's going to win it. Equalizer in the bottom lane makes APA stop just long enough for NRG to get the bonus gold.
Tristana wins the turret. NRG players in the area. It might be a flank opportunity for Ignar. You see him in the Raptor pit here, looking for an angle.
Oh, but they immediately just engage on Contracts instead. TP coming in from both sides here, as now you got to disengage from NRG. It was actually the double TP from Team Liquid. Summit and APA, both ready to reinforce their troops. They're going to get a second Herald charge off. Even though it's just Herald and 5 champions, that's enough. Tier 2 falls. Team Liquid up over 1,500 gold.
Nice aggressive movement. Dokla looking for APA.
APA's got to disengage from that rumble for FBI to try to jump in any further. We already used the killer instinct, so NRG won't find a kill, but they force Team Liquid
back off. But either way, you know, one of the criticisms of TL has been, yes, you have an incredible early game, but what do you get done in the mid game?
And this thing is burning down.
Summit's coming around from the side. Contracts and Ignar are going to be careful here, but they might be able to turn it around back onto the Team Liquid top laner immediately. The Baron is still burning away. It's going to be secured by Pioche because Summit has to try to dash back over the wall, but he's going to be killed shortly. Shut down back over to Palafox. Team Liquid got the
mid-tower here, traded for that Baron, and Pioche is on the hunt.
Can Team Liquid try to win the fight, and they're not able to get on the same page to really punish TL.
Oh no! Dokla! He rolled the Hex Gate straight to hell!
The double item power spike for Pioche, as well as having Yawn there, they just melted through that thing.
And now they're going to melt through the Tier 2 turret. They're going to get Soul Point now 23 minutes into the game. Palafox will trade it back for a Tier 2 turret in top to try to make up some of the gold distance. But meanwhile, back in mid, Yawn and Core JJ are not facing enough opposition to stop them. They're going to knock down this Tier 3.
And they're getting bot as well. They're actually pushing through bot and mid at the same time. That bot lane tower may survive as APA is going to be forced to run here, but they get a lot from that. Oh, they are going to look for it.
Left wards behind. There's an ult hits.
Nice catch coming out, but where's the damage to follow it up? Pioche can walk away from it just fine. APA's ready to reinforce here with a pop blossom, but he ain't going to get nobody. NRG now seeing what they might be able to turn around as an equalizer finds its way onto the bottom lane, and jungler of Team Liquid. Contracts tanks up a little, and Team Liquid keeps walking it away. There goes FBI. There's the killer instinct. Yawn with a flash over the wall to survive.
Likely will back off here.
Okay, the Baron, the DPS has been stopped. Summit's coming in. APA's still off on the flank. Ignar and Contracts, gotta be careful here. Ignar ready to go in, here with a quickness. Equalizer's already been dropped. Core JJ on the front, popping the stasis, trying to stay alive. They mistimed the grand entrance, but it won't matter. FBI's got a kill. Team Liquid.
It's gonna fish around the backside. Pioche looking for a way into steal, but it doesn't look like he's gonna get it.
They immediately want Summit. Palafox and Contracts go over the wall, and with Aatrox gone, Baron is NRG's for the taking.
And then guess what? Only 28 seconds later is Dragon. They can barely.
Honestly, because he spent his TP to die.
Everybody from NRG's coming in together. They're playing it different this time. The Hex Gate has brought the whole squad. Team Liquid. APA tries to get out. He's got to keep running. Ignar almost caught up to him as the Void Seeker goes right between the uprights. Here's the stun from Sejuani. APA's down to a quarter HP. Pop Blossom ain't gonna do it. And Core JJ's the cherry on top. Pioshik won't get hit by Ignar, but NRG's already picked up 2 more for free. And the Drake is going their way too.
We're looking at real-time machine learning from NRG there. They're like, this time around, we're sending the tank in first.
One is indicative of the entire series. This has been a back and forth between these two teams, and it has been a hell of a good time. Dropping pretty quick.
We also have to remember APA no flash. He actually tried to re-engage as he died, used the flash to do it. That is a massive tool missing from Nico.
All right, bottom lane tier 3 turret at about 1/4. Mid lane turret singing the same song thanks to Palafox. The pressure is on. Team Liquid are now where NRG was 10 minutes ago, but it's real hard to hold on. Contracts with the engage. Yawn is already dead. There was no cleanse. There was no way out. APA and the rest of Team Liquid heading right back into the fountain as NRG will chase them off of both inhibitors and continue their push now. They're going to go straight for the Nexus if I had to guess. Team Liquid, 4v5 defense. They got to try to hold on. Void Seekers flying out. First Nexus turret down below half. So many cannon minions just providing the damage. TL cannot find an angle. Summit wants the Infernal Chains. Palafox walks right out. Nexus is open. Team Liquid cannot contest. NRG are going to go straight for the win. And they are going to take down Liquid and take game 1.
NRG pick up right where
We're so reliant on the move speed from Blood Rush to actually be able to kite stuff out. If it's like a pillar max or a couple points in pillar and you just get that dropped on you at the beginning of a team fight, it's almost impossible to avoid a Reckoning.
Domain. As there, spots out Pioshik, sees him there with a Scryer's Bloom. APA trying to disengage from Palafox back in mid, but now he has to flash back away. He knows how much trouble he's in. Contracts, flash, chomp, bong, first blood NRG.
really big. You want to point out, as I really like how Summit places 2 wards, he leaves this control ward up behind by his lane as well, just to make sure that this Gwen.
But they really wanted to get him 6, weren't able to.
All right, everybody's coming in. They want to contest for this Herald on NRG's side, but Team Liquid's already got it low. Contract's going to lead the way, but he's going to be careful. APA, 3-man pop Blossom. Contracts is already down, and Doklu's going to drop 2. And that means Team Liquid is once again going to rally around the objective. APA in trouble, going to be caught out there by the pillar, but he still gets himself away for now. Getting focused down. APA dies, and it's FBI, the one getting it done.
Summit's
FBI
here.
crashing back over the wall. Summit coming in. Snip, snip. Team Liquid may have lost their mid laner, but they're going to trade him back for 2. Palafox has to escape Summit and the needlework as TL earns their control over the bot side river and earns a Drake.
NRG must simply not be keeping track of the cooldowns here because Dokla used his teleport. He's top side of the map, and NRG are the ones who flashed for that play. Contracts was pissed. APA flashed on him, so he flashes over the wall back.
Not going to nearly get this whole turret gone.
And it's going to be Cloud Soul on the table. Potential engage here.
There it is. That's what I'm talking about. They try to find their engage, but Palafox has to walk away. Contract's going to be caught as Summit TP's in. Summit's thrown back up into the air, exhausted. Not able to find what he needs just yet, but he still keeps going forward. Contract's thrown up into the air. Team Liquid grabs one. Contracts falls. They still want to get some more as Dokla has to run away. Team Liquid's in the enemy jungle, and they are not stopping. Palafox.
We'll see what TL can get done. They're feeling confident in their position in this game, and they absolutely should feel confident to continue pushing the pace.
Dragon going their way, Soul Point, 16.5 minutes. This is that situation I was talking about in game number 1. This is what you buy when you focus a very early first Drake and maintain control over the early game. Now just, what, 21.5 minutes into the game, the final Drake for them will spawn if they can get it. That's huge.
Both Gwen and Nico are also very, very scary when they...
Because if he can actually find, if he can force something out of Palafox, always going to be nice. Dokla a little bit still pushing down on the bottom side, though.
Annoying Kaisa poke, but a couple of those in a row really will leave a mark.
Dokla going after Summit here, goes all out to take him over the wall. FBI flies in with a killer instinct. Ignar, flash, quickness, grand entrance.
Whoa!
Through with a kitchen sink at this man.
If they're going to look for Baron,
They want the teleport cooldown.
But they see they're on it now. They have got to get over there. They've got to respond to this. This could be too little too late. I mean, Contracts is trying to run up, but he's going to be too slow, I think.
Yeah, the Unleashed TP's coming in with the Baron already at 4,000 HP. Summit's ready to TP in now too. Palafox with chains down into APA, looking to find the burst. The Baron's going to be claimed by Pioshik. Team Liquid trying to fight back now with Summit in the back line. Contracts kill off APA. Snip, snip, those FBI. Team Liquid ready to win the fight immediately after taking the objective to
retreating over the wall. But with Summit TPing in, they just wipe NRG off the map and are now in such a position of power. Palafox lying in wait here, but with Pyosik behind him, you got nothing going on. It's going to be a 5K lead, if not more.
I feel like this game is a tale of disrespecting Gwen's teleports.
He has a Hexdrinker in his back pocket, working towards a Bloodthirster. These two carries are going to be unstoppable here for Team Liquid.
NRG threw 4 people, multiple flashes, and a bunch of ults at Summit previously, and they're going to do it again.
They want Summit, and the Hallowed Mist will not save them. Shut down over to FBI as NRG at least gets that one. But now they got to be careful about their base. Palafox, meanwhile, split pushing in the enemy base. It might just be a 4v4 in the bottom lane, but Team Liquid's going to back off. They don't want that. They need to stop Palafox. He'll get the objective bounty at least to the tier 3 turret.
Yeah, NRG wants
One
to stop.
possible area that NRG can try and rely on, because Team Liquid, they are coming for the base, full steam ahead. The tower doesn't
Before the fight begins.
NRG still looking to make sure that Team Liquid can't just start it up and burn it down. Scryer's Bloom fired off by TL, trying to keep eyes on these guys as Palafox steps forward. He's rooted up by the Nico, and he has to try to get away. Summit leading the charge with a Hallowed Mist, keeps him protected. Palafox only has 100 HP, and NRG has to surrender the Drake. The soul goes to happy for that. APA still on this left side flank. He's going to run into FBI right there. Pop Blossom coming out. He's found the enemy AD carry, but he won't be able to kill him just yet. APA goes into the stasis. Now he's going to be killed off first. Palafox getting the damage, but it's immediately going to be turned around by Team Liquid. Yon gets a double kill into Ignar and contracts both, and TL win the fight anyway. Pyosik does not want to stop just yet. Dokla's the target. FBI can't provide the follow-up damage enough. Palafox looking for a little bit more burst as KazaLoLLCShighlights re-engages. A stasis from him will bait in Palafox, but FBI still gets the kill. Gets some poke over the wall. TP coming in now from Dokla, ready to join up with the rest of his team. Baron down to 5K. Team Liquid with control over the Baron pit. Now they're going in for someone who has to pop the stasis. Pyosik and Contract's going to get into a smite fight, but it ain't low enough here just yet. FBI goes on a killing spree and Yawns on a rampage, taking out the enemy jungler. There's only one jungle left alive, and Pyosik takes the Baron. Dokla's into the pit. Palafox jumps over, but APA ain't going to die just yet. Ignar and Dokla still to the front line for FBI and Palafox. APA throws out the clone, but it ain't gonna do nothing. Pyosik goes over the wall. Palafox with a flash follow. Yon ain't able to DPS enough. Pyosik and APA still trying to get away. Dokla goes in. There's the Atofo strikes. They're gonna start to clean these guys up. Yon has been found, but it ain't enough just yet. Dokla falls, and John's doing a fight back. FBI jumps in. The Acathian rain brings the pain. A shot
block. They have the Kai'Sa. Just keep throwing Void Seekers, keep throwing poke damage here, and Team Liquid will not be able to escape, and they get the shutdown.
Right back to live, and APA is dead. NRG is seriously turning this around right now. This is a nightmare for Team Liquid. They have lost their mid laner for the 5th time this game.
They're gonna keep going.
Pyosik trying to back away. He wants to clear the distance. The chains are applied. The damage over the wall. The Void Seeker is domination for FBI.
They can try to end. They're going to push forward. They're looking for Yon.
Ignar wants it, but the quickness ain't gonna find the Draven just yet. Contract still frontlining. Onto the Elder. They're already starting to burn it down a little bit, but the teleport's coming in. Palafox wanted to poke at him. Void Seeker flies out, but it ain't going to find the target, so the cooldown is longer. APA trying to scare him away. Summit's going to be charmed up here with the very front of the fight. A shutdown on Palafox. Team Liquid has slammed this fight and crushed NRG with an immediate burst. A beautiful engage. Dokla will not 1v4. NRG will not come back, and Team Liquid will not surrender.
Team Liquid showing that composure on stage here in Newark. They're going to even up the series. They get the fight, they get the Elder, and they're coming for the base.
A massive pick on Palafox as he distorted forward. They burst him down, and they take this second game.
They nearly had a problem there at the end, but Team Liquid going in for the engage in the final fight in the bot side river will win the Elder, win the game, and tie the series.
I think it does kind of fit the bill here, but it also means that NRG is not really going to be punished at all for drafting almost purely physical damage. Yes, I know the Maokai is going to go Demonic Embrace, but honestly, who cares? It's still
the Kai'Sa. This time around, they determined, let's go with the Tristana instead.
Palafox jumps in, going for the buster shot at APA, flashing in to follow him. Does he pick the right one? The clone dies. The real one does too. It's first blood over to Palafox.
Here we go, though. Pioshik's around. He wants to steal Dragon.
FBI's got to be careful here. Team Liquid coming up, wanting to challenge here with the Drake down to 1,000 HP. Secured by Contracts and Energy. Core JJ wants the engage. Pioshik down to about half HP.
back.
APA coming back into the fight now, but Pioshik has to flash to try to get away. FBI looking to chase him, kills him off first. Core JJ coming in. Palafox down to 100 HP. Yon's gonna be killed there by the Bramble Smash. Double kill. Back over to Contracts. Energy is tearing these guys apart. It's APA for dessert, and he ain't gonna take nobody with him.
APA got a round trip.
Very likely here as well. Pioshik is 6, so we'll see if he can find an angle.
Core JJ wants in, and Pioshik has already summoned up the Paranoia. They get a little bit more CC down onto the enemy jungler. Contract staying alive for now as Core JJ has the explosive shot stuck in his head. APA coming around from behind, but he ain't gonna have the damage just yet. Summon's running forward. Dokla's all out, grabbing another kill as APA is still alive. Dokla trying to continue the assault, but he's gonna be careful because Summon is the raid boss. They find another kill, double kill back into APA. Ignore Palafox versus Summon, but these are tricky fights. Summon's ready to follow and go for some kind of a kill here, but Ignore looking to drop the winner's bite, make sure they keep him CC'd. Energy, disengage.
Play with a lot more confidence. He often can take over those games. But back to that bottom side, Core JJ playing with fire.
Yeah, just getting caught there as they immediately engage on the enemy support, but they don't have enough damage to kill him here at the very start. Yon going back over the wall, but Contract secures the kill. Pioshik now very quickly, but Dokla may be able to interrupt the TP if Summit tries to use it too swiftly. They throw out the Maokai ulti, they zone everybody away. Contract secures the objective. APA's coming around from the side. Pop awesome! Massive engage to the Team Liquid mid laner. The burst comes down, they're gonna find the first kill on Contracts. Energy trying to disengage, but Pioshik dives into the back. He wants to find another, and he's got it on the FBI. Palafox and Ignar barely getting away. Ignar has to sidestep away from the blooming blows. He throws up the...
They could drop it mid for a guaranteed tier 1 if they want, but I don't think they're going to need to, as they're going to be able to...
On both top laners, they can join the scrap if they need to. Palafox and FBI ready to go in after Yon. He's been caught. The explosive charge nearly going to get him, and it does! Palafunny money in energy pockets.
This could be the mid lane inhibitor tower. I think they're going to get the tier 2 and the inhibitor tower. No one's responding to this except Core. We'll see if NRG wants to keep pushing or if they're going to go straight back. Okay, so they're going to go straight to the dragon. They want to guarantee that dragon, and now they caught Pioshik.
Yup, Contracts immediately flashing in, looking to lock down that enemy jungler. Pioshik trying to escape using the Paranoia, but it's going to be FBI and Ignar working together to put more damage in, and they chase him all the way out. APA trying to get away from Palafox, who's ready to lock him down. Contracts is there for the assist. Have nothing to do but look on. Their jungler cannot contest, and that's sole point at 18.5 minutes. Versus Yon here in mid. Summit's going to step forward to help clear out the wave. Energy wants to make sure they maintain control over this topside river. Core JJ wants to engage on Palafox. Energy gets their mid laner back out of it, and he's going to kite the enemy support right away. Another explosive charge on his head. True Shot Barrage up at the top takes him out anyway. Team Liquid's heading for the hills, but Energy is heading right after him. Pop awesome to turn it around. APA with a hero play, but not quite yet. Team Liquid finally kill Palafox, but at what cost? FBI's going to kill APA right back. It's 3 dead.
It's a blast cone, but it's too far away. That Baron's
No
gone.
shot, no shot, no shot in hell. They want to try to take that. Energy win the team fight. They win the Baron. It's the massive dub after. Plus 5,500 gold. Baron buff for another 2 minutes, and the Drake will spawn before that. Ignar versus Summit here in the jungle, but Ignar has backup. Summit's forced to flash over the wall. FBI doesn't have the True Shot Barrage in it.
And it doesn't get easier with time for Team Liquid. It doesn't get better for them. This is why in Champ Select I was so worried about them being so obvious with their full dive comp into the counter from Energy, having a lot of disengage, but they only do one thing, and they gotta go keep doing that thing. Dive them.
FBI coming in from the Hex Gate. Frontline Ignar throwing up the Unbreakable. APA wants the backline, but he ain't gonna find Palafox. FBI's gonna get shut down. Yon's low, but he ain't killed off yet. Contract staying alive with half HP. Team Liquid doesn't have the ammo. They don't have the guns. They don't have the men. They don't have a chance. Energy will mop the floor with them and take game 3 in the process.
Palafox and Dokla take over for Energy. It is a stop in game number 3. 8K gold lead, 22 minutes in. They're marching on the Nexus.
Nocturne does not win these. Winner's Bite connects. Energy continuing their push up. Pioshik tries to stop it, but the Winner's Bite has already got him primed for a good time. As long as your name is Palafox and Energy, the Nexus, the focus now is Core JJ is the only one up to try to stop him. Yon's alive now. The Nexus dropping quickly, down to about 10%. 2 more autos will do it. It's done. Energy win game 3. They're going on a match point.
That He could also go towards Cassante, so he is going to go the more conservative option. I really do like Rumble in this matchup. We've seen people bring out Jax into it, but it only really succeeded against the Rumble when it had a
in trades on your opponent, then you get more Stardust as well.
Yep, but you can see the APA is actually using the clone. So, when he starts channeling it, he just throws the clone out in between him, and then the clone is actually tanking that Q, and he's able to step forward and look for harass onto Palafox. And I think, a lot of times as we're seeing him in trouble now.
They wanted to try to gank Dokla, but Contracts was there first. Summit's running away. He needs another hit. Contracts! What in the hell was that? Dokla's got to try to get away from Pioshik now. Contracts gives him a first blood.
The biscuit delivery there, popping everything, chasing him under tower. That was reckless abandon, Captain Flowers.
Oh my God. Drake before 6 minutes. Really scary stuff. Summit again, controlling the top lane, trying to use the counter-strike to trade aggressively in the minion wave. As Pioshik left alone now, his bottom lane going back into their laning stage.
He's back again. Well, Contracts back.
But Summit is 6. Dokla needs 6, I think, if you're going to make this happen. Let's see how close he is. There's he's 6 now. They could go for it.
The all-out is here. Contracts coming in with a Hex Flash. Wants to find Summit. Does not get the full wall bank. Summit still trying to get away. Dokla goes forward with a Pathmaker. The all-out immediately ready to follow. Goes in for the Q3 in the end. Tofo strike. Has this red buff because he's got APA with him. The Nico could be the difference maker here. Pioshik, Sonic Wave. There's the nice use of the safeguard to displace Contracts. TL's picking up their second kill of the game, while bottom lane, early game objective dominance. Top side, Dokla versus Summit. We're going to get more of a fight here. Summit decides to use the ulti. Dokla has to answer with the same thing. All out, trying to find that third and Tofo strike. He gets it. Palafox has made a rotation up into the top side. Now looking to finish off the enemy top laner. The counter strike is ready to go. Dokla, nice footwork to make sure he disengages. Summit will not quite die to the breath of light. NRG make the rotation, but Team Liquid's top laner gets away.
And that's 2 flashes from both Palafox and Dokla, and they got nothing off of Summit there. Now looking for APA.
APA dropping the Pop Blossom, trying to keep these guys away from him. It's only Contracts and Ignar. There's not a lot of damage here between these two. They go in on the
finish out that objective, then you get to take over the rest of the jungle. FBI's into trouble.
FBI, though, has Ignar coming to help him out. Double TP ready to reinforce. FBI might just die. Yon's already popping the cleanse as CoreJJ comes around from the side here with the quickness, but FBI gets away. Ignar won't do the same. FBI gonna get charmed up, brought down. Team Liquid, Falling Star again, flashed away from. Every time we've seen Palafox attempt to use this ulti, Team Liquid has flashes ready and they're not afraid.
They get the flash out.
Uh-oh, Pioshik, could this be the solo kill for the Lee Sin? He's slowed him down with a Tempest Cripple, a kick.
This early on into the game, you start to lose control of your jungle too, so it's not just the plays across the map that are being made. You're just gonna constantly lose resources. They're going for the dive, he's got it!
Summit already kills Dokla, and Ignar and Palafox can't even reinforce in time. This game feels like it's already over. Contracts coming in, trying to get a revenge kill on Summit. Contracts and Ignar together have no damage. There's no way they can possibly make this work. Palafox is way too late. FBI trying to get on the side of the fight. Ezreal's not a flanker. That's a double kill back over to Yon. Contracts is stuck in the middle of everybody, and the man already ain't got no money. He's trying to get out, but a grand entrance locks him down. Yon brings the firepower, and that's another killing spree for TL. Yon and CoreJJ trying to get out of this one. Palafox will finally get a second kill of the game for NRG. Yon about to drop here too, and they want to give it over to the Dragon, but Summit's ready to rejoin. He's got the counter strike. Nice use of the Pathmaker there from Dokla to stop Summit from getting over onto Palafox. Pioshik finally clears the front line, and Palafox is looking to disengage once more. The breath of life, say goodnight. True shot barrage over the top, ain't gonna matter as another kill goes over to Pioshik. Team Liquid is melting NRG.
They're styling on him at this point. It's an everything dip as TL are just gonna get another one.
Ignar tries to get out in time. Pioshik, he even lands the Sonic Wave. Go ahead and just throw in the white flag, NRG. Team Liquid has smashed this game.
Oh, we're having some fun with it on finals weekend. Summit's gonna be able to get out. Pioshik following here. That should be the end of it. But you know, this is the identity.
He has the cheat code ulti. He has the ulti that covers half of the map. So maybe
tough. I mean, they're losing every tower. They can't get anything done. They're gonna look for APA.
There it goes. He drops it, and now it's APA in trouble. They want to try to focus down the enemy Nico.
Objective bounty!
They don't want to allow them to have the same point. Ignar's going to move him himself over here to it, at least secure it. An objective bounty is claimed, but now Energy's trying to get away. Summit's coming in on the flank, but Dokla's looking to keep him away and try to protect the rest of the team. Hex flash back over the wall for Contracts. Dokla is getting absolutely whooped in the 1v1. KazaLoLLCShighlights coming around from the side as now Summit is trying to lock down the rest of these guys on the escape route. Dokla goes back in for the third and Topro strike, but it ain't gonna matter. Summit still gets the kill. Energy are lambs to the slaughter as Team Liquid gets the ace.
Team Liquid get the ace, and they're going to march on the Nexus here. We'll see if they can end it. The death timers are so low because it's so early in the game, but they are stepping forward. The inhibitor is gone, and they can look to try to end it right here, right now.
18 and a half minutes into the game. 17 kills for Team Liquid. Ignor is back alive, but he is the only one. The Nexus turrets will fall. The Nexus is exposed. Team Liquid will take the game in 18 minutes and 54 seconds. We are going to silver.
Also does make sense. This is a Summit pick that he's really well known for a long time. Very good in the 1v1. You can build a bit of MR. If you're going to play towards side lane, you can go something like...
They're all going through the minions too, you know, trying to push the wave, blah, blah, blah. But
Pioshik coming top. He wants Dokla. Early flash from the Energy top laner. Contracts is on his way top, but he's a little bit too late. Summit and Pioshik working together, looking to get the damage. It's first blood over to Team Liquid. Contracts can't get anything back. Summit and Pioshik escape, and Team Liquid strike first.
yeah, Summit had a good flash there to make sure that Contracts wasn't going to be able to get the flash charge on him to answer for the kill. And this is 2 games in a row now that top lane has been jungle diffed and kind of decided there, but they haven't gotten it in. Hex flash over, he's not done.
Beautifully done from Contracts.
Was heading top at 2:30, and now Contracts is Hex Flash behind Summit.
He wants it again. There's the steadfast presence. Summit wants to hold the E, but it ain't gonna work. Dokla takes him down, and Energy's going in for the 2v2 here in bottom lane. Yawn flashes out, barely survives with 50 HP as Ignor and FBI. Dragon. Palafox gets stunned up by a quick combo from APA. Ignor's approaching from below. FBI's coming up here too, but the Drake should be secured by T out here immediately. Palafox wants to go in. They're immediately gonna knock Yawn right back into the rest of the team as the damage pours through. It's gonna be Palafox killed first, traded back for Yawn. One for swapping up the lanes a little bit, but you can see Palafox rotating up to mid now as well as Pioshik's coming around from the side. Immediate engage, throws his opponent's support right over his shoulder. Ignor in trouble with the equalizer. Ready to turn around. Palafox with the combo and a wombo. It's a double jungler, and then try to engage on Summit. Meanwhile, bottom side, Yawn and KazaLoLLCShighlights with a 2v1 against Dokla has him trapped underneath the turret. Yawn wants to farm up a little bit more play money. Ignor going in. They want to try to make the dive happen on Summit, but it's going to be beautifully turned around by Team Liquid. So far, they won't be able to find the damage, and Contracts nearly dies. Energy does not get what they wanted from this one.
This was really well played by TL on the top side. First Summit reactively flashing to Contracts.
Up the numbers, they just want to get turret plates for Summit in exchange.
Yep, Palafox and Contracts, total control over the pit. No approach from Pioshik, no smite even available for him.
Flash, and it looks like Energy setting up a possible play onto APA.
Yep, Palafox immediately with the swoop, trying to find the Xerath.
They get 2!
The follow up here with the Keeper's Verdict. It's Contracts and a killing spree. Pioshik.
Of this, you can see Ignor's coming down.
KazaLoLLCShighlights trying to lead the way on this one, but Yawn's the one with the turret aggro. APA finds the 3rd shot, and there it is. The artillery barrage ends up taking him down, nicely placed to secure the kill and guarantee that Yawn's able to take the first turret of the game off the bat. Their jungler's very low. They got to be cognizant of that. Ignor still has the Alistar ulti ready to go. Palafox missed the swoop, but APA's going to die to the equalizer. Dokla goes to the rampage as Yawn flashes out. Contracts falls back away from Yawn's DPS, and Summit's ready for the Megadar entry. He ain't going to find it just yet. Nice double knockup coming out from the support as Ignor gets it done and flashes back over the wall to survive. Yawn won't get anything with the zap as the soldiers move forward, and KazaLoLLCShighlights engage. He wants to find it. Summit won't get anything. A massive double root from FB. Recognize that. They've got the target on APA's back. They summon up the Herald to force down the tier 1 here in mid. Yawn firing the zap back over the wall. Summit in the meantime took the tier 1 in top, so that'll be an even trade.
About the execution. And with NRG sending everyone down for this Dragon, no one is answering Summit on this split push. He's going to be working away on that.
Much easier to hit consecutive ultimates, as we perfectly see on screen right now. Thank you for the example. Contracts goes in, though.
They initially find the wall bang on Pioshik, who tries to get away, but the steadfast presence locks him down. FBI having to pop the cleanse to make sure he doesn't die after the shattering goes for him. They want him to be able to heal up. All right, Summit's got the Meganar. They're ready to come try to stop these guys. They eject the enemy support from the fight. Summit's going to be held at bay by the headbutt. Energy going in for the Baron, and securing it here immediately. Wallbang back into the river there from Contracts. Somebody ain't gonna die yet, but Energy gonna be careful. They gotta try to get away. Zeri's ready to go crazy. Dokla wants to hold him off. Wallop ain't gonna find nobody as Summit goes forward. Ignar back over the wall with a massive head. Yawn and Summit being chased down. Palafox with an engage onto 2. APA tries to get away with the net still burning, and Contracts looking for the damage, and he's gonna find it. Palafox with a kill. Energy absolutely shit on him. JJ can't get out. The next 90 seconds means they can only build from here.
I mean, they've got a stranglehold on this one now. You know, they had already been winning Contracts constantly with the double Hex Flash, are threatening these flanks. But look at the damage out of Xerath.
It's still not enough to stop the push machine from Energy, which is going to be matched.
That effective, you know, in that 5v5. You can see clearly they weren't going to challenge Pioshik's on the cross map, just taking losses, because Yawn is showing top and Summit's showing bot. There's no one here to defend except the Xerath.
Yeah, Pioshik's on an angle where you can really lose your foothold in this current state of the game. As Contract goes after Summit, he's not going to find the full CC in the wall. Summit's got no way out of this when he might try to turn it around with a Mega Gnar, but there's just no way. FBI's on a killing spree.
And Summit can keep pushing. Summit doesn't have to TP now. That is the biggest thing here. Summit doesn't feel he has to respond, so he's just going to go for the base.
FBI's still healing up off of the blue. Pioshik's ready to contest the Baron as the equalizer comes down, and Team Liquid's having to back away now. KazaLoLLCShighlights, Yawn, and APA all taken low. Ignar goes over the wall trying to stop Pioshik, but the Baron isn't low enough. Summit's still working on the tier 3 back of the base. The Baron's taken low. It's going to be secured by Palafox of all people. Dokla with the Flame Spitter. Pioshik won't get anything here with the Magnet Storm. APA firing back as KazaLoLLCShighlights taken low. A TP coming in from Summit. He wants to join the team. Dokla will be sacrificed for this one. Ignar might just go down too. He's stuck far away from anybody that might be able to help him. He's going to try to recall. Still escaping. Goes for it. Baron empowered recall might just get him away. He's gone.
The flash
for Energy. They're starting to DPS the Drake, but they got to be careful. They don't want to allow Pioshik to try to flip it and steal it away. Equalizer down to everybody. They eject the enemy jungler. The Dragon is claimed.
Also got teleport to come help end with Energy. Energy are pushing hard.
Flash.
Yeah, Ignar was ready to go. He wanted to see if he could catch Summit, but he won't be able to do it. Dokla's still defending back in mid as Energy are going to force the issue. Find their way into the base. Fight through the tier 3, looking for inhibitor number 1. They'll get that one immediately. Yawn is still back in the mid lane. He won't be able to join up with the Arcane. Looking at Palafox, but honestly, not hitting enough damage. Only 2 of those shots connecting. Ignar jumps in for the headbutt pulls, but it ain't enough to find any kills just yet. Yawn approaching from below as Summit is still split pushing towards the enemy base.
Yeah, it's Summit just going through that bot lane. It's about when they're going to be able to call his bluff. Energy either have to engage or they have to answer. They need to make a decision quickly. If they hesitate, they're going to lose their inhibitor for free. And now Dokla is going back, so Energy really have bungled this a little bit. Dokla very slow to base. They thought they could look for an angle to engage. They can't get it, so they lose an inhibitor.
In the game, APA, Palafox, Dokla. Palafox misses the ulti, but Yawn's immediately going to get comboed. The power of Ignar to lock down the enemy Zeri. The stasis won't keep him alive. Ignar gets the shutdown as KazaLoLLCShighlights is going to eat the equalizer. Pioshik and Core both very low. Pioshik dies next. Flash wasted. Energy finding a... There is no hope for Team Liquid to try to fight this. Maybe you try to steal it with a Xerath snipe. That's the play. They take it low and Contract secures it.
Engage options.
Summit is on the flank. He's coming from Shadow here, but he has no Mega Gnar. He's walking up.
What is he doing? Summit! Summit!
He's dying.
Summit! He's in Guardian Angel. He's going to resurrect, but he ain't going to have anything, and FBI is on a rampage. The split pusher is down for 55 seconds.
And that could be the straw that breaks the camel's back here. He dies without even a hit of an R-bar. He had nothing going for him, and now, look at Ignar. He's positioning on the side. They can go!
Contracts goes in. Equalizer over the top. Yawn is locked down. Palafox has killed him. Surely that is the game. Team Liquid heads straight back into the fountain. Palafox using the stasis to survive the right of the Arcane. Energy on the victory march. APA is engaged on. He will melt. He will burn. Team Liquid is done. Energy are going to make their run to the finals. Contracts will return here after all these years. 20-4. Energy take the series.
You can even change the